This thing. And welcome to Wednesday Evening Encore. Welcome to Wednesday Evening Encore, everyone. Hope everyone are doing well. So, right now, there's a woman sitting on a gold mine. She can't see. There's a woman sitting on a gold mine. She can't see. She's over delivering, she's underpaid, and she's emotionally exhausted. And it's not because, she's doing something, doing the wrong thing. It's because she's doing the right thing in the wrong place. Let that set in. Let me say that again. Your zone of genius might be sitting in the wrong zip code of the wrong marketplace. And your next $100,000, your next 250,000, quarter of a million, your next half a million, your next million is hidden. Not in a course, not in a coach, but in a niche so aligned to your essence that marketing stops feeling like chasing and it starts feeling like calling. So, many of you who are tuning in and will be watching this, you've got the receipts, you've got the testimonies, you got the transformations, you've got the tears from clients who say that you changed their lives, but the needle is barely moving and your content isn't converting. And what's happening deep down inside of you, many of you are wondering, do I just need to do more? Do I need more reels? Do I need to do more cold DMs? Do I need to do some cringy TikTok type of gimmicks in order to get people attracted to me? Do you need to do all that? Well, let me lovingly challenge that thought. You know, if your market, if your market doesn't feel you, it can't find you. I'm gonna repeat that. If your market doesn't feel you, it can't find you. Now, this is where you're going to meet your client uh, in their internal tension. Because the problem isn't your voice, is that you're yelling in the wrong room. Now, what I want you to do is to think of the market. Think of the market that you're in like a safari. And if you know what a safari is, you know how busy it is, you know how wild it is. There's terrain, there are tracks, there are predators, there's prey. And what's happening is that too many of you are showing up like zebras in a lion's territory. Deluded, defenseless, and hoping, just hoping that someone is going to spare you. But let's shift the narrative a little bit. When you understand your niche, you become the apex and you don't compete. What you do is you command. And what's happening is that you're going to build some curiosity. And the craziest part about it, it only takes 15 minutes to discover the clues. It only takes 15 minutes to discover the clues. You just have to know what to look for. So let's come up with, we're going to come up with some framework. But before we do that, before I get to the why you do it, what you do, when you do, why to do, and what to expect, let's look at a somewhat of the framework from a different perspective. When you've been taught to niche down into your demographics, many of you are thinking about age, you're thinking about income, you're thinking about marital status, but your real niche is not in the numbers. It's in the neurology of your ideal buyer. What are your clients' fears? What are their secret frustrations? What's whispering to them about the what ifs at 2 a.m. in the morning? What's keeping them up at night or overnight? Because if you're speaking to a busy person, if your client are mothers, if your client, potential client are CEOs, they're busy. They're busy. And if that's your audience, when your real audience, if you're speaking to them and your real audience should be the silent perfectionist who's afraid of being average, you're going to miss her because you're going after that busy mom, that busy CEO. When if you niche down, you may identify that your audience is a silent perfectionist who's afraid of being average. You're going to miss her. She'll scroll right by you. She's going to sign up with someone else who saw her, who understood her. And when that happens, that is the price of misalignment. Most women entrepreneurs never recover from it. And what happens, they'll burn out before they get to that breakthrough. But, there's always a but. Here's what I want you to know. Niches are not found, they are felt. You always hear, find your niche, not find your niche, find your niche. Niches are felt. And I'll show you how to locate that sweet spot in 15 minutes. All you're going to need is 15 minutes on your end in order to identify how to fill that niche. So I'm going to give you 3 perspective shifts that likely you've never been taught them. So let's talk about the what, when, why, and what to expect. So what do? You're going to shift from an industry-based niche to identify-based positioning. Excuse me. Don't ask, what do I sell? Ask yourself, who does this set free? Who does what I provide set free? Who does what I sell set free? And when you do that, when your content flatlines, when you're going to do that when your growth plateaus, you're going to do that when you feel invisible, even when you're consistent. Now, we found out what to do, when to do it. Let's talk about why to do it. You're going to do it because it taps into the subconscious buying behavior of your high intent client. If your client are other women, they don't buy features. You're going to buy freedom from something. Now, when you do all of that, what you're going to be able to expect is immediate clarity and almost eerie sense of finally, I got it. Finally, like your brand just stepped into your purpose. And yes, you're going to have more conversion with less convincing. Now, if you're ready to stop being tolerated, if you're ready to stop being tolerated and start being chosen, then I'm going to invite you to step into this market safari. I've created what I call the complimentary 15-minute brand blueprint session. It's no cost to you. It's no pitch. It's no pressure. Just you and me or someone on our team unlocking the real reason your brand isn't creating the revenue that it deserves. I'll even give you a personalized brand blueprint as a gift. It's yours to keep, even if we never work with each other. But I want to be clear. I want to be clear with you. This opportunity is not for followers, not for browsers, people who are just browsing. This is for those women entrepreneurs who are building, who are serious about it. And those are the ones who are going to be able to use that link. Now, women who have gone through this, they don't walk the same afterwards. They don't post the same afterwards. They don't even sell the same. That's what we do after that. That's what happens after you're going through that 15-minute brand blueprint. We also have what's called the re+inVent transformation system that unlocks everything. It's not a course, it's a calibration. You're going to walk out knowing how to message, how to position, how to convert without sounding like a robot. And believe me, everyone is sounding like a robot right about now. Almost everyone. But you're not. You're going to keep that authentic you. And for those of you who are really ready to step all the way in, we have what's called the Brand Power Vault. It's where we're going to weaponize your identity for your legacy. We're going to position, we're going to package, we're going to promote, we're going to profit you. It's an exclusive, literally only a few women entrepreneurs at a time are able to get into this. And it's not for anything scarcity. It's because brand transformation is intimate. It deserves presence. And so that's why a limited number of individuals, women brands, are able to get into that particular experience. So can you imagine 90 days from now? Imagine 90 days from now, logging in and seeing sales that you did not beg for. Imagine 90 days from now, logging into your system, logging into your CRM system, and you seeing sales that you didn't beg for. Collaborations that you did not chase. Clients that quote your posts back to you. That's what happened when your niche becomes a mirror, not a maze. That version of you, she's not imaginary. She's inevitable. And it's for you to decide that you are ready for that. So this is your invitation. This is your invitation to get back in the driver's seat of your business. Stop being loud in rooms that don't pay you, but start being felt in places that are going to fund you, meaning FUND, pay you, fund you. And next Wednesday, we're going to go deeper. Next Wednesday, we're going to go deeper. And the topic of that episode is going to be content twins versus soul sisters. Stop copy paste posting. Yeah, we're about to shake up your strategy tree on this one. So what I want you to do is to follow, share, save, turn on notifications, because when women like you walk in clarity, the entire economy shifts.